Hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We've got epic troll slayers. You've kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You go down in the description box, all the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works for you. So, hello. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, there's infighting. Oh, I do declare I am rather enjoying the news at the moment. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, I'm glad you liked the overlay today. Thank you. All right. We're going to jump into the questions. Now, I am not, let's see, 1 minute 20 seconds in. I'm not going to read to you the whole back and forth. You can go read it yourself. But Trump withdraws support of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene accuses Trump of gaslighting Americans on prices. Squeak, 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 squeak. Really? I don't have any popcorn. Oh, don't let me stop you. Go right ahead. Oh, yeah. So is this going to continue? Is this going to snowball? And Trump is trying to give, is it Trump? I'm pretty sure it's Trump. As always, if I am wrong, please correct me. I want to say Trump has tried to give Marjorie Taylor Greene a new nickname. His idea, his great idea, J for genius, is to call her Marjorie Taylor Brown. Because when something goes from green to brown when it rots. Really? You didn't just flat out say it's got hints of a racial slur? You didn't just throw that out there? Okay, sure. All right, rotting. Marjorie Taylor Brown. Wow. What a burn. What a burn. So is this, what's the future here? Oh, Deb, it's in the we'll get there. It's in the description box. Okay. Well, okay. You know how for days now it's been like major arcana. Yay, major arcana. Okay. Neither of these people are temperate in their nature. Thank you so much, Janice. Thank you. It really helps. Thank you. Yeah. Illusion, delusion. Devil, Tower, Death card. 4 of Pentacles. Republicans come up a day late and a dollar short. I was just, you know what's going to go on with, thank you, Deb. Gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, I was just, okay, so where is this going to go? You know, is this going to push on the split between the split within the party? For days now, I have been getting really bad major arcana cards. Really bad. Like, if you asked me to pull the 3 worst cards out of the deck, so do we need to be worried, or do I need to eat more potato chips? That's the question. Thank you, Rose Blue. Thank you. Looks like a winning hand at poker. Yeah, Chris School, what a hand. Holy buckets. Do we need to be worried? Or is this just infighting on that side? Karen says, more chips. Fawn says, potato chips. Tracy says, wow, a lot of other readers are getting them too. Something is up. Really? Melissa says, buy a lottery ticket. I don't go anywhere. I'd have to go in person. I don't go anywhere, so nah. Wayne is saying chipses are always welcome. Says Anna and V and stars. Oh boy. Okay. I have some Earl Grey. That is too hot to drink right now, but I've got my Earl Grey. I've got some chips. So, but is this something we need to worry about, or ooh. Should we be worried? I ask if we should be worried, and it's just far-right communication or communication that affects the right. Again, I've got the illusion delusion, but things coming to light, aggressive legislators or law, probably it feels like legislators, but judgment, big judgment, big judgment. Queen of Pentacles, a whole bunch of Republicans. I would say this looks like dumpster fire, and the dumpster fireettes need to worry. In other words, squeak, squeak, squeak. Excuse me. Okay. Actually, that leads to one of the questions here was intra-party civil war between Trump and Greene grows as more Republicans break from Trump. Oh, I guess we could look at that. Okay, so 8 minutes in. How big is the rift going to get on that side? I hear the sound of tiny tanks, somebody says. All right. Hey, Republicans. How's it going? And again, I just want to throw this in here that it does, again, kind of prove my point that I keep trying to tell people who don't necessarily think this way. Regular viewers, you've heard this hundreds of times, but we have multiple parties in this country. We have more than 2 parties. We just have built-in coalitions. That's the difference. Other countries, certainly in the West, will vote for all these different parties and then they have to form coalitions. Our coalitions are built in. They're umbrellas. There's a left umbrella on the left. There's an umbrella on the right. There are not 2 parties. They're just two built-in coalitions. So on the right, yeah, there's a split. There's a schism is probably building between the Republicans, the more centrist Republicans, and MAGA. Nettie said, Ben from Midas Touch said 100 Republicans are moving away from Dumpy. Oh, specifically over the discharge petition is the recent reporting, but it sucks to be them. It sucks to be them. All right, there's MAGA. Yep. Sleepless nights. Again, illusion delusion. This card's getting a workout today. My guess is this is all the lies. And do you know why it hasn't been a thing? All the years the dumpster fire has been in office, do you know why it's never really caught on? His closeness to Epstein, why it hasn't? Because there's like with many of the worst things that happen to us, it's a lack of, it isn't even a lack of imagination, it's a lack of villain thinking. We don't want to believe this could be happening and that these people could be doing what, I mean, a jury held up what Trump did to E. Jean Carroll. That was a jury. There was a judge. There was a jury. But this other stuff, it's hard for us to wrap our heads around it because we're nice people, because we'd never do anything like this. Anyway, so on the Republican side, Hanged Man, Fool, Devil. This is what happened to the victims. It's also sleepless nights, worry, delusion, Hangman, Fool, Devil. That's Trump. And how people feel having listened to him. Hanged Man, Devil. Okay, well, so I don't know. I know that we're all worried that maybe the Epstein stuff, more Epstein stuff won't be released, or maybe, so why, if nothing bad or worse is going to come out, why have my cards for the last week been like a 5-alarm fire? Wow. Mayor, I don't know what that link is. There's a YouTube link, but I don't even know what that is. So, okay, well, as we're moving on, there's so much to cover. Another little bit of happy news. I don't know if you're aware of this, but you know that whole gerrymandering arms race thing, where Texas is like, we're gonna gerrymander, and California voters were like, well, if Texas does this awfulness, so are we, and we'll get rid of the Republican seats in our state. So ball's in your court now, right? So other states were, the DOJ is suing California, Amy, all of, okay. JD Vance has been spending a lot of time in Indiana, apparently, pushing for them to gerrymander, because Indiana has been a very red state for a long time. Indiana GOP drops redistricting bid in big loss for Trump. Sorry, I didn't want to crunch in your ear again, but President Donald Trump's push for GOP-led states to eliminate Democratic Party-held congressional seats is not going as planned. Oh, Yeah. La. Ooh. Lover's card. Yeah, that's a card for the reading. Tower is where it starts. Trying to kick down those Democratic seats. No, there they are. There, I need a sound effect. Chimes. Yeah, those are the Democratic seats. Still there. Oh, no, we need to do something. We need to do something. Let's push something else stupid that will stop people from voting. Yeah, so they'll do something stupid. But, yeah. Nil point. Your serve. Okay. Potentially a little good news for the cost of things. I'm not, honestly, I'm not going to hold my breath. But Trump scraps tariffs on beef, coffee, tropical fruit as pressure builds on consumer prices. The move comes after voters in off-year elections earlier this month cited economic concerns as their top issue. You think? So Trump is scrapping tariffs on beef, coffee, and tropical fruit. Although I don't know when any of this, I don't know the details of when, how, from everywhere, from just certain places. Trump scraps tariffs on beef, coffee, and tropical fruit. Okay, he's got some pretzels. Huh. Deb says, so he tacoed. Yes, K-Coop. Taco. Rob says, cue the taco song. Chicken taco, always chickens out. Chicken taco, bluster and then doubt. Okay, so this is going to improve prices. Yes, Traveling Tarot, proving his tariffs causing inflation. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Bear. Yeah. Hello, Becky. The voters, that is pressure on him. Knight of Cups. For all he's trying to say that Democrats lost the shutdown and all this stuff, he's feeling the pressure from the left. Lover's card. Two of Wands. Empress. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, this can be, I mean, that can be money, but this is conservative lawmakers who are afraid of losing their seats. And this is the bounty that we have here in the U.S., which is extraordinary. But these cards aren't like, whoo, boy, so glad prices are just everything's going to be affordable now. Raymond, we talked about that at the beginning, didn't we? So, and is it that he said that, or is he actually doing it? And tick, tock, tick. There's that Wheel of Fortune jumping out again. Prices in the U.S. Bear said he said it. Yeah. Melissa said, empty talk, no action. Or it's a drop in the bucket compared to or it's a Band-Aid on the damage he's already done. What? All of his stupid plans. Peter Navarro, who made up the economic person he was citing for all this tariff talk, and the fool who followed him. Strength. Hey, even think about it. Things are people are hurting, but even that's just this state of our country. It actually says a lot about the inherent strength we have, because even as much damage as he has tried to do, there's still electricity for the most part. There's water for the most part. He's been trying to do a lot more damage than he's been able to accomplish. So I'm not saying things are just great. No, I know not. And I'm asking about prices and consumer concerns. This is the economic stupidity. This is a strength of our country. This hermit is here with the tower, which makes me think people have been talking about Wall Street being in a bubble for a while now, and that it's only a matter of time until it pops. Yeah. That's probably what that is. Probably. But it's also not the first time we've seen that card today. So, Linda is saying Trump is so stupid. He doesn't know that French fries and mashed potatoes come from the same root vegetable. Really? Is that when he was lying about the Walmart Thanksgiving meal being 25% less, which it isn't? Becky, so any idea when it will pop? No. I haven't looked at the astrology of it. I would look at the stressors, but we do know that there's a political aspect to this. And I will say in 5 days on November 20th, lots of astrologers are pointing to Trump having an especially bad day. So we'll keep an eye open for that. So. Okay. So 2335. Okay, I've got a reading here. It's a piece of news, but then I have an article I found that talks about psychology. Anyway, at 2350, in a rare move that has not happened for 12 years, a long time, Catholic bishops turn on Donald Trump in historic condemnation of his treatment of immigrants. The church has much bigger sway on the right than it does on the left. So Catholic bishops have publicly turned on Donald Trump in a historic condemnation of his immigration policies. Roxy says, about time. A little late, but a little late though, but better late than never. True. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Stars is like November 20th, fingers crossed. I know. Blue says, where have they been all this time? I know. But hey, Catholic Church, how you doing? Besides being misogynistic, anyway, is this just a ooh, gosh, and that'll be the end of it, and then you go back to turning a blind eye? This will have an effect, on the base. There, I think, excuse me, I think when we think of MAGA, we tend to think more of evangelicals, but a whole lot of Trump supporters are Catholic. King of Pentacles, there are your conservatives. Two of Wands, try communication, okay, there's the cruelty. This is what should be happening, which is kindness, and Ten of Cups. This is what should be happening. So basically, in the bigger picture, it'll matter to some people, but this isn't a game changer. But it's about time. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. They might remember kind of what they're about, but yeah, keep on with the misogyny. Keep on keeping on. And you will guarantee people do not darken the church door. Okay. Fawn says it's going to matter to my aunt. Good. Good. Lisa says not this Catholic. What do you mean? I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong? If my family's Catholic, by the way. My parents are devout Catholic. Devout. So, Cesar Ryder has the link. Thank you. Newsweek.com. Thank you. So I respect people who are Catholic. I respect, your beliefs. I don't like the misogyny and the disregard for human life that already exists. So Sandra says my daughter's Catholic. She can't stand Trump. Oh, did I imply that? I'm so sorry. We aren't in this together. I do apologize if somebody thinks if I said something that implied that all Catholics are Trump supporters. That's not true. I know that's not true. So, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I like that, Jamie. Baby Catholic steps. All right. And this was interesting. And while it's not obviously related to that question I just read about, I think there's something related. There were people talking to psychologists about the MAGA cult and why the cult believers, stay, why they're so invested, all of this. But here's one interesting thing. There's an article, and I want to say this is at HuffPost, and the link's in the description box. MAGA will not let Trump off the hook for the Epstein files. And psychologists know why. All right, clickbait title. Bring it. The upshot. MAGA thought Trump was going to fight against sexual deviancy. So they get so bent out of shape about people crossing gender lines. They get bent out of shape about gay marriage. They get bent out of shape about all of this. So But you think you get a pass? Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. People still want answers. Dorinda says they are so odd. Choosing a deviant to fight deviancy. Ding. Mm-hmm. Yep. A lot of MAGA, they're hurting. They're hurting financially, like the rest of us. They were supportive, and now crickets. There's less support there. There are all of these secrets because some of them were just completely focused on release the Epstein stuff because they wanted to think that only Democrats would be involved. Only. You realize that your guy, your boy, was Epstein's best friend for decades. You realize that, right? They're the secrets. Oh, we're not going to do it now. So the people they thought he was going to expose, no, they're going to be sitting pretty. And then you get the death card. This does hit MAGA hard. Now, there's some people, no matter what happens, they will never accept anything negative about dumpster fire. But this is moving the needle. We'll take it. AJ says their guy is the head deviant. Yes. And Lewis says it's because Fox makes us out to be monsters and devils. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. All right. And we already looked at that, but data experts see a massive issue triggering a Trump revolt. It's his economic numbers. The economic numbers are collapsing amid rising inflation. So we kind of looked at that. Now we have a couple of... okay. The first one's funny. The second one... okay. But we'll do the first. Okay, 33 minutes in. So, there's that fight going on between Trump and MTG. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Yeah. Laura Loomer has asked people if they want her to move to Georgia. She teases a primary run against Marjorie Taylor Greene after Trump encourages challengers. So Laura Loomer's talking about running against MTG. Have at it. Oh, please do. Go right ahead. Spend the money. Knock yourself out. Oh, man. Laura Loomer, primarying MTG. She does not have the resources. She does not have the resources or the institutional backing she would need. And MTG is winning over some people. I would never vote for her, ever. But Star, she hasn't seen the light, but just edges, just touch here and there. We're this much closer than the broken clock being right twice a day. stop clock being right. But crickets would go nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Absolute chaos. MTG would basically, metaphorically, politically, eat Loomer alive and pick her teeth with Loomer's bones, no matter what Trump said. So, but hey, don't let us stop you. Don't let us stop you. Oh boy. Okay. Lisa says, I would watch. Mm-hmm. All right, now this next thing makes my skin crawl. So I thought we would at least have a little, get our spirits up a little, because there is good stuff going on. And at least this person I'm about to talk about is persona non grata. At least that. Alan Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz. Epstein's lawyer, who helped negotiate Jeffrey Epstein's completely unprecedented plea deal in 2007 as his attorney, took to Newsmax Friday to declare Dershowitz his innocence as it relates to Epstein's alleged crimes. I'm the victim and the survivor, said Alan Dershowitz. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Keep breathing. Breathe. Breathe. In. Out. In. Out. Alan Dershowitz. Okay. Not welcome and irrelevant. You are a scumbag. We don't need you. Oh, we thought everything would be fine. Trump getting in there, everything would be fine. But the truth, that pesky truth, just comes out. Page of Pentacles. Oh, you are diminished. Refusal. No, I didn't do anything. And you just keep trying to kick down those allegations, and it just doesn't quite work, does it? But you are diminished because you are scum of the earth. Scum of the earth. Mm-hmm. Mama Brooke says MTG said she forgives Trump. Did that just happen? So yeah, I am working very hard and to not blow a gasket. Yeah, he goes out there and talks, and yeah, he's isolated. Good. Fruits of labor, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, life goes on without you. So anyway. Ew. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Where was it? Okay, so we covered that. Hang on. And there was something back here. All right, I wanted you to be aware. You get the link here. I'll put it in the chat. And the link will be in the description box too. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Is that the database? All right. There is a site called Courier News. The thing about all the Epstein stuff that's been released at 40 minutes in is that it is really hard to parse because it's in all kind of different folders. Things are not well organized, you name it. So let me pull this down for a minute and share screen. Here, let me show you. So does making this bigger do anything? I don't know if it even let me make it bigger. Ugh, it's so gross. Okay. Because there are people reading through this and they're still finding stuff. So there are 20,000 documents come in the form of poorly organized folders with unhelpful labels, screenshots of emails, heavily redacted spreadsheets. Some of the files are devoid of context. So there is now a search tool. What's been released is only a small fraction of what the U.S. Department of Justice has collected. The full Epstein files have been kept from the public. All right, search tool. Okay. Documents, Donald Epstein, Michael Wolff. Ugh. So, yeah, let me copy this into the chat. It'll fit. It's going to be a heck of a long URL. Okay, so yeah, there's just a lot. You can filter by date. There's also, you can search documents for something specifically up here. And you have a whole bunch of PDFs. Affidavit of, I just randomly clicked on something. Bradley James. I am the lead attorney currently representing Jane Doe in the case of Jane Doe versus Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, I'm sure this is pleasant. This man was such a monster. Journal of Criminal Law and Criminology. No, more Bradley Edwards. Okay, so basically you can go through this, and there are 30 pages like this. JEE, that's Epstein. Random stuff. So Jeffrey, Sean Lancaster is a friend. Information's confidential. So you get like all of this text, and you've got to figure out like is there anything here that Epstein actually said? Image, Monday, was have him call this number. International jet interiors. Any photos or serial number, like, so that whole thing. So Amy's saying Midas Touch has gone through a lot of it. There are some videos on their site. Oh, okay. No, I understand. That's good to know. All I'm saying is that this exists. And you can apparently search the documents. So I wanted you to be aware of that, and so you have access to it. I believe on social media, they are also, Courier News is, people who are going through it are sending in tips and of things they found. So they themselves are compiling firsthand stuff. So, all right, justice. I wanted you to be aware. Now, actually, I should look. Is this going to... Is the power of search engines and AI, is this going to make a big difference? These document dumps, are they going to make a big difference? Not just the ones we just had, but future ones too. Yeah, it brings stuff to light. It shows the partnerships that Epstein had. My skin is crawling. Yeah, there's grossness there about victims brought to light, and the people who thought that this was just a victory. But yeah, Democrats are very much getting in the way of Trump going on to kinghood or whatever stupid thing he's trying. So, I'm gonna, Career News. I'm so sorry. There was someone in the chat saying they'd never heard of Career News. They want to check it out before they believe what's been posted. I understand that. Career News. Well, we want things to be fair, but sleepless nights. But this is the people standing up for the victims, the people standing up for decency. That's right in the middle, and looks like being attacked from the right. So, kind of protecting victims. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that this particular search thing is going to change everything, but I'm getting good stuff. So, Fawn says the major arcana in the first reading is still setting my tone for the day. Oh, yeah. Oh, Aaron Parnas is very, very good. I believe he's taking, I believe he's taking today off. I haven't seen anything from him today at all. Music Mansion, hey, it's been a minute. Is Michelle Obama running for president in 2028? No. CC Ryder says, I see HuffPost reposted Courier News link and says they are a left-leaning Democratic site. So probably a safe link if Huffington Post vetted. Agreed. Thank you, CC Ryder. Thank you. No. Crickets. Temperance. No. I don't think that's her, though. There's something big coming. It could be financial, it could stock market, it could be a matter of something comes out, it destabilizes who's in people turning against the government, because we are in Pluto and Aquarius. People turning against authoritarian governments. It's kind of what Pluto and Aquarius does. Adding insult to injury. So yeah, I know she's not gonna run. She is done with politics. So Dave is reminding us that Nazi Ferratu Stephen Miller must be protected from sunlight and crosses. Indeed. All right, back here. Where was I? Okay. I've been reading. Okay, so Thread of Hope at 4930. 4930 had a question about Hegseth touting Operation Southern Spear as a war on narco-terrorists. Jazz hands, shiny thing. Look at the shiny thing. Nazi for Nazi Ferratu? Yeah. Okay, yep. Shiny. Look at the shiny. Look at the shiny thing. Look at the shiny. Yes, narco-terrorist, blah, 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 blah. Sure, Jam. I'm not saying they're good people. I'm just saying, I don't know. Just blowing up boats isn't really, that's not really justice. Yeah. KR says, ooh, shiny squirrel wearing a little glitter vest. There you go. As of a couple days ago, U.S. forces have attacked about 20 vessels in international waters, killing at least 76 people, claiming the boats were linked to Venezuela. Lynette says these are fishing boats. Yeah. Julie says, I think I need kitty cat energy intervention this week. More purring. Yes. 79 people have been killed so far. Thank you, Bear. This did roll over for a couple of days. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, don't get your hopes up. Trump lashes out when he gets mad. It's why we had those massive No Kings rallies, and then was it that day? Was it the next day? That suddenly Trump raised the East Wing of the White House. Anyway, yeah. Justice? Nah. It's not. Temperance. Justice. Temperance. Nope, keep trying to kick over all those cups, any kind of decency, rule of law, all those crazy liberal ideas, and it's all on President Temper Tantrum's head. Yeah, I don't expect the thing with Venezuela to go away anytime soon, but I also find that Trump doesn't want to have a full-blown war. He just doesn't. He wants to blow things up. He wants to be big and tough. He's like the most spoiled, bratty 8-year-old who ever lived. But he doesn't want to actually have to conduct or have he would think of it as his war, his action. Because he knows better than the generals. We know that. He said that repeatedly. So there's an attempt at Venezuela with aircraft bombers. Yeah. Hello, Silky Steel. I'm glad you got some rest. I'm tripping over my words today. I'm glad you got some rest. So, hello, Melissa. Lisa says, I love that movie, Picture of Dorian Gray. Great Gatsby. Now I almost hate both. I have got to say that the Ben Barnes version of Picture of Dorian Gray is extremely well done. Extremely well done. So, okay. Okay, yeah, we're big, we're tough. You mean you're not telling us the truth about what's going on? I'm shocked. Yes, move some of our largest military assets in against people who could not possibly fight back equally. Not even close. Okay, put them on the defensive, and we have a fool for an emperor. This is deflection. This is garbage. Will he do something extreme? He might. If he feels like he has reason enough to freak out. So Pam's asking, how are your father, your mother, and your cats? All well today. So all up and moving around. So I'm happy. Francis says Dorian Gray is my favorite book as well. Oh, excellent book. Oh, I reread that multiple times. Yeah. All right. Well, believe it or not, that's it. I have cleared the decks. And I'm so grateful for you being here. All right. So that will do it for me for today. It is 1:13 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. As always, it's Sarah's day off. She's at a market selling her amazing crafts. And she still has that Etsy shop. And I believe there's a last I heard there was a 20% off sale site-wide on Etsy. I don't know why I'm tripping over my words today. Mercury retrograde, maybe. Anyway, please remember you're not alone, that we are in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right? So hang in there. All right? And I will, as always, see you later. All right? Okay. Bye.